Again, let's continue chapter 5, that is factors of production. We are still in capital. Today I'll be discussing about the factors affecting capital formation. So let's begin. So the first factor which affects capital formation is magnitude of savings. Savings is the most important determinant of capital formation. I have already discussed that income minus expenses is saving. So the importance of saving lies in the fact that it provides required funds for investment. So until and unless an individual saves, he cannot invest. So the first step towards investment is savings. The act of saving reduces the demand for consumer goods and thereby releases resources that might have been otherwise used for their production. So how saving affects the demand? The act of saving reduces the demand for consumer goods and thereby releases resources that might have been otherwise used for their production. So whatever things are required for the production of consumer goods, for that saving plays an important role and thereby releases resources that might have been otherwise used for their production. The resources so released can be devoted to the production of capital goods, which can help in generation of long-term revenue. Savings depend on two types of factors. First is ability to save, and the second one is willingness to save. See, ability and willingness. Ability is the capacity and willingness is how much you are eager and how much you are interested in savings. So first let me discuss ability to save. The amount of saving depends on people's ability to save. Now, this ability to save again depends on few factors. First is income of the people, distribution of national income and fiscal policy of the government. The ability to save depends upon the income of the people. Higher income group generally have higher savings. Middle income group saves less than that, and the lower income group, they have a less amount of saving. The higher the level of income, the greater is the ability to save. That means ability and the level of income is directly proportional. The more is the income, the more is the ability to save. Ability to save is a function of distribution of income as well. The more the inequality of income distribution in the economy, the higher is the ability to save. Taxation policy of the government is another determinant of ability to save. Lower rate of taxes increases the ability of people to save. Less the amount of taxes paid to the government, more will be the ability to save by the people. Willingness to save. The amount of savings depend not only upon the ability of the people to save, but also upon the interest and willingness to save. The higher the willingness of the people to save, the higher will be the amount of savings. Willingness to save depends upon the saving habits of the people and also the extent of their foresightedness about their future needs and their desire to accumulate wealth. Some people are very interested to accumulate wealth for their future. Some people are very foresighted about their future, what will happen in the future. So let's save from now so that it can meet the expenses of the future. Willingness to save depends upon the saving habits of the people. The willingness of people to save will be higher if they have a greater preference for their future requirements. So the people, those who are foresighted about the future, so they have more willingness to save. So such as saving to meet their old age needs, to purchase expensive goods, to finance the education and marriage of the children, and to accumulate wealth. Like after 10 years, an individual wants to marry his daughter. So for that, he will start saving from the beginning. Second factor is presence of financial institutions. Rate of capital formation depends upon the existence of the financial institution which mobilize fund from savers to investors. The existence of an efficient network of financial institutions such as commercial banks, insurance companies is essential to motivate people to deposit their savings with confidence and with a higher degree of liquidity. What is higher degree of liquidity? As and when required, we can get the amount. These financial institutions provide to the people an easy and convenient mode of depositing their savings. Like people do LIC, people do fixed deposit in banks and all. So these are actually the investment, because with that amount, from that amount, an individual receives interest every month or every 6 months or in an year. Okay. Third factor is incentives for investment. Saving by itself does not guarantee that investment will be undertaken. Unless savings are used to undertake production of capital goods, capital formation will not take place. So until and unless you utilize your saving in the production of capital goods, then it is not termed as investment. Therefore, it is essential that enough incentives for investment should be available. The amount of investment depends on investment opportunities, rate of interest, expected rate of profit, appropriate investment climate, and availability of infrastructure, as well as fiscal and monetary policies of the government. Fourth point is next factor is economic and political conditions. Capital formation depends on the prevalent economic and political condition in the country. People will like to save and undertake investment only if law and order prevails and there is no risk to their property. Stable economic conditions are equally conducive to saving and investment because they help to keep economic risk to the minimum. Very practical example I would like to give, like the present COVID situation. In this situation, the economy is very unstable. What will happen? What will be the different change in policies by the government? Nobody knows. So in this condition or in this economic situation, people will they will not step forward for an investment, because here the income level has also come to a risk, and we can say that people are very uncertain about the changing policy of the government. So here the investment level has come to a very it has decreased from the previous times. Fifth factor is availability of infrastructure. Capital formation depends on the availability of economic infrastructure like power, transport network, etc. The availability of adequate infrastructure will motivate the producer to undertake investment as it would increase profitability. So, capital formation depends on the availability of infrastructure. What kind of infrastructure? Economic infrastructure, such as power, transport and network. As it motivates the producer to undertake investment as it would increase or with the hope to earn more and more profit in the upcoming future. So I hope the factors that I have explained today are clear to you. Please read till here and go through the points again. Thank you for today. Have a nice day ahead.